Hello everyone, this is Damien from the Learn English Through Football team, and I hope you are all doing well. I am based here in London, and I have to apologise for the delay in releasing our weekly football expression from last week. It's been very busy here in London and for Damon in Tokyo, Japan. But we are going to be talking about a phrase that emerged from the first leg semi-final of the Champions League last week.
Vous écoutez languagecaster.com.
Yes, you are listening to the Learn English Through Football podcast, or as we were known before, Language Caster. And that message was in French. Right, as we know, it's the business end of the season, where lots of things are decided in football. We have just had the first legs of this year's Champions League semi-finals, and both games are really delicately poised. This means that we cannot really tell which team will make it to the final, as the ties are still very close. Atletico Madrid and Arsenal drew 1-1, while PSG beat Bayern Munich 5-4 in their first leg in Paris. This game between the French and German champions was a wonderful occasion. 9 goals and a host of other chances. Lots of other chances. The game was played at high speed with both teams going for goal. That means they were attacking as much as they can. In a close game like this, when one team wins, we can often hear the phrase "to come out on top" to describe the winner. So, in this game, PSG came out on top in the 9-goal thriller. To come out on top, then, is another way of saying that a team has won the game. But when we use this phrase, it suggests that it was a difficult match or a close game. Other words that describe this kind of win would be to be victorious or to be triumphant. So we could say that PSG were victorious or triumphant in the game against Bayern. Or we could say that they triumphed over Bayern. They came out on top after a really exciting game of football.
Sie hören gerade languagecaster.com.
Okay, so on this week's football expression, we have looked at the phrase "to come out on top." Can you think of another word or another phrase that are maybe linked to this expression? And how about in another language that you know? So we have opened a new post on our forum where you can find out more about this expression, "come out on top," and you can also practice using this phrase there.
Hi, my name's David. I'm from London and I'm an Arsenal fan, and you're listening to languagecaster.com.
That's it for this week's football expression, "to come out on top." And we'll be back with more football language in our podcast later on in the week. Enjoy all the football this week, lots of big European semi-final ties, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.